Hey everyone, right, Becky's back and she's back for her Christmas set. Now she came at me saying that she didn't really want to go Christmas because everybody's doing Christmas. Strange that, Beck. So out of the about 4,000 different glitters I've got, there wasn't one that Becky wanted. So because she's so extra, she's like, let's make my own. I want it to be called Unicorn Horn. So it was that all fabulous. So Joe has kindly, from Glitterati, now mixed this glitter which we created, and it is called the Unicorn's Horn. So Becky got her Christmas wish and she's made her own glitter, and it is so nice. The flakes in it just reflect, you'll see that as I work with it. Right, so this little finger, we're going to do it half and half. So what I'm doing here, I've got porcelain pearl from Glam and Glitz in at the cuticle, so tap, 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 thinking about the cuticle before anything else whilst that product works its way down. And I'm going to go halfway and create a wall. I didn't pick up quite enough product, so in a minute I just wipe it down so that I don't have a big ledge when I come in with another bead in a minute, and I'll brush it back into it and create my wall that way. Can you see Becky's hand? I haven't changed my angle, but I always work on keep their hands really high up, and I use a bath aid for elderly people that I found in Aldi. It was a right bargain. So that keeps the hands nice and high, so naturally the nails are always going to face downwards. So you know them clients who just like pull at you and move you around. So this way it's always going to face downwards, so I haven't got to worry about it. But I was struggling when filming, keeping the hands up on this ledge and doing it, but we managed to wangle it this time. I was dead happy with it. Right, this middle finger, we found this film in the bottom of my drawer, and Beck was like, yeah, I want that, because we're going to do like a half kind of angel paper top and then glitter horn at the bottom. So we found this one, and I size it up, making sure it's, you know, nice. I've cut out around the cuticle shape, and here I've got the Chiarosky, the dip base system. Some people like to stick their angel papers in with a bit of wet acrylic, but I just stick some glue on. It's really good. Look at the state of my bloody right hand. Oh my god, you can tell I'm a nail tech at Christmas, can't you? No time to do my own nails. But yeah, so I'm just trimming around any excess, brush it off, all good, and that just sticks so solid, and that's what I stick all my crystals down with as well. So it's nice and solid. So now the bottom half, I'm going to use that unicorn horn. So I dip into the crystal glass from CJP, dip that into the mix that we'd made, and then apply it to the nail. Keep your bead really nice and wet, giving that wiggle so it just comes off the brush nice and easy. And I'll just keep adding and adding until I'm really, really happy with how it looks. Right, big drums now. It's all going to go down. So I've done this, and I look at it, and I'm like, fuck me, Beck, it looks like I put a bit of sellotape on your nail. It just didn't have any depth to it. It just did not look the same. So off she goes, as a look. Queen comes back. No, it's not right. It's not so fabulous, is it, darling? So I'm like, oh, God. I have a little wangle down the bottom of my drawer. What can I find? But it just does not go. So you cannot stick with something. What is it? You know, you can't polish a turd. That would have just riled me. I'd have taken a photo at the end of it, and every time I looked at it, I just seen the bloody sellotape looking back at me. It just looked awful. It just wasn't the right thing for this set, so I'm just whipping it off. Now, I'm thinking, how the fuck am I going to do this? I'm gonna right mess this up. I've got to act like a pro for Becky. She thinks I'm like shit hot here. I need to keep my cool. What am I going to do? Right, so I go in and I'm going to encapsulate that glitter so it's completely protected, and in a bit I'll come back to it and I can file off that excess film that is still stuck to the nail, and then just continue as normal. And you'll be pleased to know we find a really, really nice foil, and it was called Mermaid Film, and it went really, really well. I don't know why I didn't find it sooner. Duh. Right, this one we're going to go and put a smile line in with CJP's Amore. Massive bloody tub of this stuff. It's so nice. But we're not going to do the normal shape smile line. Becky wanted a point. which at the end of it, when you see where she made me put the crystals, we don't even see the point anymore. But you know, customer's always right, and secretly Becca's my fave. She knows it, so shh, don't tell everyone. So yeah, I like to do my reverses in 2 stages. So that first bead goes on, I'm tapping, making sure that the back end of it is flush whilst I work the product down. I'm building a high enough wall so when I come in with the free edge that I can just push up to it. Now this is my cuticle one. You see, I've changed the angle of her nail. I'm really making her face downwards as I tap that cuticle and just wipe down the sides and blend the rest into the first part. There is no point, you know, I couldn't have done this in one. I really couldn't. Somebody on Instagram was like, oh God, this just looks stupid. Why have you done one bit and then had to go in with the second bit? Well, I'm so fucking sorry that I can't do it in one bead. But for me, this really works. If you have to break it down into 2, does it really matter? When Beck goes down the Tesco, nobody's going to know that I've done it in 2. It's just made my life a little bit easier. I haven't had to think about my cuticle, think about how high my wings are, think about how high my wall is, make sure that my point is sharp and perfect and lovely. No, it doesn't matter how you do it, as long as you get there in the end, and we all get there in the end. Doesn't matter how slow or which direction you take. Oh, look at this, I'm on the thumb. I'm not even going to get it in shot, am I? Hatred to the thumbs. Right, time to sort that middle finger out. That unicorn horn that is protected with my acrylic is now fully cured, so I can go in with a file and just whip off any extra that was there. Looks like I'm butchering her, but remember that I've already got a base layer on Becky's nails. All of the nails are created, I sculpt all of them with a clear base layer, and then I create all my designs on top of that. So that when she comes back in, oh, there's that mermaid film. When she comes back in, we just e-file straight back down. She's never going to want an infill of the same design. We know Beck, she's extra and fabulous. So yeah, you just e-file back down to the base layer of clear. That way I can check the health of the natural nail, make sure everything's nice and as it should be, and then redesign on top of it. So again, I've sized this film, cut around to the cuticle shape, and I'm going to go and put some of that Chiara Sky over and stick him to it. Please don't judge my nails again. Rotten. So now I'm going to go in and sharpen up that smile line, so making sure my file is flat up against it, so that when I go in, I can just push my other product right up to it and it'll be all sharp and lovely when we come to file it out. See that I had a bit of kitchen towel over all my products when I was doing all my filing? I just whipped that back off. So I'm going to dip in to my monomer into some crystal glass, and I'm picking up a tiny amount of the unicorn horn, and then I use some pink unicorn flakes, and I start with a bit of unicorn horn and then I add a bit of flakes, and I'm like, oh fucking more, give me more horn. Give me the horn. Yes. And I just keep layering it until it just looks like a sick pop. It's beautiful. You watch it shine, it's so nice. But yeah, I just keep layering and layering. It's just really lovely. And then it's time to encapsulate the whole design in CJP's crystal glass. At the end of it, I don't know what happened to me bloody recording. I did record me adding all the crystals and stuff, but, well, that's a lie really. I didn't really record it. I thought I had, but I hadn't. But there is another video of me how I stick them on, and I use all the Chiaroscuro in small areas and just add in as I go in small areas. And if you use a non-wipe top coat, just make sure you cleanse the top of the nail before you start using the Chiaroscuro, because otherwise they slide around like Billy O and they won't stick. So just give it a little wipe and then go in and do it. You will see in a minute, I'm going to leave you in a moment, but what you'll see when I do my top coat, that little finger, we decided to use some Pixie Magic. It's like a lovely chrome to go with this unicorn Christmas. Very slightly Christmas set. So I just do a non-wipe top coat from the Cuticle just halfway down, because I'm going to cure that, then rub some of the Pixie Magic in, and then when it comes back out I do it all over it again, and then we just go crystal bloody crazy. So that is Becky's set, and she'll be back in the new year. God, I don't know what she's going to come at me with next year. We've done some crazy stuff this year. But yeah, thank you. Again, if you enjoy it, you enjoy my crazy videos, you know, they are a bit, I enjoy it. I mean, I just like rattle away. I'm just sat here, just having a little talk. I've got a fish pie cooking, you know, it's just nice. So, I just feel that I learn better when I'm having a giggle. So don't take me too seriously, have a laugh. And if you like it, please subscribe to me, give us a thumbs up. And I will get some more videos for you guys. Thank you, and see you soon. Bye.